Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Sarah V here. Tag some friends. I don't know what's up with the computer and the Wi-Fi. I seem to get better reception on here. See if anybody joins me now that I've come back on again. So let's see who's coming on. I see some eyeballs. So Sarah, sorry about that. I don't know. The Wi-Fi is funky. But I'm just going to pretend that I didn't even do the first one. I'm coming back to say hello if you're coming on. Love to see who's here with me. Say hello. Tell me if your weather is as beautiful as mine. I don't know why I can't tag any friends. Oh, here we go. So I'm coming in. Again, I see some people coming on. Thank you so much for coming in here. I'm going to tag some people. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the Wi-Fi sometimes. But I'm going to do this again as if nothing even happened before. So pretend that video did not exist. But say hello if you're watching live, and if you're catching the replay, just say hashtag, or just put hashtag replay. Bring in some people. Yeah, it's just so weird. Anyway, so good morning. Sarah V here on what I have proclaimed as Goddess Connection, because I really believe that when you want to change something in your life, we get to claim it and then step into the energy of it. So this is, Goddess Connection is what I have claimed and I am stepping into. So say hello. I see some people coming in again. You come in and out and in and out. But before I start, because I did put in the little tag, here comes some people, say hello, so I know who I'm speaking to. Oh, it's Karen again. Oh, good. Okay, Karen. It's much better. I don't understand why the Wi-Fi is different on Sanny. Hello. Nice to see you. So again, when we learn to claim something, we step into the energy. That's why I've created this. And this is, the enlightened life, energetic connection through sensual living. Good morning. And today I put on there, oh, Rich, hi, nice to see you. So what I, and there are some new people on here today, but I really believe that when we talk about who we want to be or what we want, we don't actually step into the energy of it. I always say thinking, doing, and feeling all have to be in alignment. So this is Goddess Connection. It is just, my self-proclaimed energetic group, because when we learn to step into the energy of who we want to be, we kind of become that. And this is something that I'm so passionate about, and I'm so passionate that I am creating. If you have, oh, now of course the link's not in there because I'm in a different group, but I'll put it into the comments. But a link to join my 3-day heart healing event, which actually starts on Tuesday at 7 p.m. All the information. I don't know if I don't even want to touch it because I'll probably pop me out of there. But it is, it's my way of helping and guiding people to start healing our hearts. Because I believe that, our hearts are like sponges. The pain that we felt from the past, we are actually energetically absorbing the pain and holding it in there. As you know, I am a Reiki master, Reiki 3 master. And, the heart is the one of the chakras that is really the one that I heal the most. That, and also the, our root chakra, which is the foundational chakra. Say hello if you've come on here. I see a bunch of people in. You guys are hiding. But the heart chakra is where we hold everything. And we hold the pain, and therefore our heart becomes the loudspeaker to the universe. And this is why sometimes we read all these self-help books, or we try to heal from outside in, and rather than healing from our inside out. We look for things on the outside that we try to heal ourselves. And what happens is the same pain that we have inside of our hearts is still there, because we're not energetically healing the pain that we have around, especially our heart chakra. So this is going to be a 3-day event. If you want to sign up, a bunch of people are in there. So it's completely free. You get a free or a complimentary remote Reiki session with it. But I want as many people in there as possible, because I believe that this is how we start to heal. We start feeling better. We start, having more clarity. Sorry, I'm falling off my cushion. So this is something that I want to offer as many people as possible. There's still time. I will accept people all the way up until an hour at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. But I did want to talk to today in Goddess Connection about self-love. Oh, good, Karen. Yeah, Karen. Yeah, I just love having you in all my groups. You just make it's like I've said before. It's kind of like I come home when you're with me. You're such a part of my whole evolution. You've been there forever. But anyway, so healing, when we start healing the energetics of our chakras, and we're going to be getting into that on day 3, where we're going to start understanding and clearing. I call it kind of our reservoir, the whole flow of energetics in our body. And when we learn to love ourselves, that it's such an overused word, self-love. What does that mean? We talk a good game, right? But it's when we can actually heal ourselves energetically. And one of the ways that and I'm always evolving, but one of the ways when I really started to focus in on the doing of the self-love, oh, you're so lovely. You've helped me to heal. Karen, you're so lovely. One of the ways that, at first you do have to notice that there is pain in your body. But one of the ways that I started to, clear my reservoir is actually ritualizing my day. And what does that mean? Hold on. This cushion, I'm falling backwards. There we go. Ritualizing my day, every single day, making sure that there is self-love in everything that I do. And not just thinking, self-love thoughts, but actually doing things that create the atmosphere. I mean, as you can see in the background, I always, celebrate myself, my life, what I have. We all know about gratitude, right? But I think we talk the game and we don't actually take action on it. We always, I'm so grateful. But are you really? Are you experiencing something every single day that celebrates yourself? And if you're, hey Sonia, and if you are one of my clients, that I talk about the celebration of self-love, not just being grateful for, your family and, or your house or whatever. And that's really important. But self-love is also about doing things for yourself. Everything that we do, well, at least me, it's ridiculous that, everything from my environment, I make sure that all I'm looking at my bed right now, my sheets are all like beautiful and cotton and high thread. And my bed looks really, really appealing when I get in. And I know men hate throw pillows, but I have probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably about 10 throw pillows, and it's so awesome. They're all different fabrics, and they make me happy, and it makes me feel so cozy when I, get into bed. And all the blankets that I have, are really, really soft and create atmosphere. I mean, everything I do, from my environment to the food that I eat. We all, this whole world is in this like craze of like diets and these fads and all this. And what I feel about food is I think of my body as, as a temple, as this amazing, beautiful temple. And the food that I'm putting in it is actually nourishing my body. I call it my body temple. It's just, how I celebrate, my healthy body, that I have, that my divine has allowed me to experience. So I don't think of dieting, but I think of, creating food for my body temple. So that's part of ritualizing every single day. Diet is just such a scarcity word, and it means that you're being deprived of something. I mean, the food that I eat is like, is always really good, and I take time to prepare my food. I take time to, it's ridiculous, but every time I sit down and eat, I have I always give thanks. I always say a little prayer to my divine to thank me for thank the divine for the food that I have. It's just like a little thing that I do, and my food is beautifully prepared on a plate. I always have a little candle when I'm eating, and it's we always think of candles as using them for, a birthday cake, or we only light. I remember my mom had all these candles, but she would never light them. Because they were too good. Every single day I have I have so many candles and incense and things burning in my house because I feel like that is a celebration. Fire is a celebration. Maybe not, because if you came in last week, you knew that I had the fire department here because I left an incense burning, and I had like 8 firemen in here, and then I found out it was actually an incense that had burned down in my my outdoor plant. That was really embarrassing. But anyway, that's a different story. So being able to, have, candles burning and just having everywhere you go as, this beautiful celebration of yourself. Every time I have these candles burning, it reminds me, it's kind of like an anchor. It reminds me of the celebration that I'm creating for myself. Another way of celebrating, or self-love is also when, you're in a relationship, and relationship with a friend or with a partner or whatever. The celebration of creating a really, really solid foundation. Getting into a new relationship, most people, think about, I was talking about it before, the whole climax of sex. But actually, when you are able to create that solid foundation, a friend, the solid foundation of trust and, just being together and enjoying somebody's energy, that is self-love. That is like creating, a celebration in somebody else. It's so important, and people forget to do that. They think of the end result or the climax of whatever, and I don't mean that in a sexual way. Climax can be something like the end result, but rather instead of like enjoying the journey to get there, right? You just enjoy the end result. And that to me is, it's like kind of boring. Yeah. Thank you, Rich. So this is some of the things that how you really start healing yourself. You heal yourself first with loving who you are, loving and celebrating every day of, who you are, what you're doing, what you're thinking, and just be in this constant state of celebration. Oh my God. I mean, birthdays, we tend to only celebrate when there is, like Christmas or birthdays or something, but I'm in a constant state of celebration. I kind of crack myself up because, my morning is like, say hello if you've just joined me here. But every single morning I wake up, I have it's just been the most incredible weather. And I have these French doors, and I have the doors open, and I wake up at 5 o'clock every morning because I have little birds out, and this is like very exciting because they've planted all their little babies in my ferns, which are dead because I can't put water in them. But it's the celebration. It's like the little babies have all hatched. And there's so much celebration at 5 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Barb. So I celebrate that. I celebrate waking up in the morning, and, my celebration is always my reflections in the morning and my meditation, and just enjoying that delicious, amazing cup of coffee. And just waking up in celebration. I mean, what I always say is the way that you start your morning is how you live the rest of your day. So if you are, not celebrating your morning and coming in and, grabbing a bagel, dried up bagel and, rushing around, that is how you live the rest of your day. But if you wake up in the morning and you start your morning, even if it's just 5 minutes. I mean, I do it for an hour and a half. Every morning I create my day. That is always my intention. So I celebrate. Yes, exactly. And when we learn how to do that on a regular, not just like once every 3 weeks, but every single day, you set your intention. And you set your intention for the day. Who do you want to be? How do you want to feel? What do you want to do? I know we all have to go to work, but how do you celebrate? How do you celebrate everything that you're doing during the day? I even in my car, I have flowers. I'm a little on the edge of like a little much, but even in my car, I drive with a little, there's, a bouquet of flowers, and I have a little tiny Buddha on the dashboard. It's crazy because people get in, they're like, why do you have flowers in here? And I'm like, because I'm always in a place of celebration. I'm always in a place of like appreciating, where I am. I always have my car really, really immaculately clean because I feel like, that is a celebration. I always have my music on, my beautiful music when I wake up and in my car. I'm a little much, but it is how I vibrate, and this is how I create the sensual living is in a place of self-love, of sensuality every single day. So this is one of the ways that we can start healing, but you can do it, but until you actually heal, which I've done like years of work, and in the past 6 months I have just like I've dived so deeply into self-evolution, self-actualization, that I have healed more in the past 6 months than I have pretty much in my whole life. So, this isn't, so what my point is that you can't just like, I mean, it's great to do all this, ritualization, it's really important, but what happens is that, the same pain will keep coming back up again. So, go to the core, go to the reason why you might not be, feeling as, happy as possible. Go to the core, go to the healing, clear the healing out, clear that reservoir, clear your chakras, that have picked up the pain along the way. Go to your heart and heal first, heal that, because in our society, we are constantly just given Band-Aids to heal, when we're feeling sick. Oh, here's some medicine, go take that, rather than going to the core of why it started in the first place. Let me look at some of these comments. This is a way of being, so it's okay to be a little much. Remember, oh yes, I am the CEO of I'm the CEO of my self-love. Yes, I love that. The CEO of your life. Yes, but we as human beings tend to think that on the outside and other people is what is going to make us feel better. And it's not. No. It all comes from self-love. So self-love. Barb says, I see nothing wrong in that. With my music and podcast going while gardening. Exactly. Celebrating Mother Earth while doing so. Yes. Everything. If we can be in the energy, and it's not just the talk of it. We can all talk about, talk the talk, but when you are vibrating from the energy within yourself, that's when we start to heal. So in this 3-day event, collective, I really believe that it starts from healing our hearts. That is the chakra. That is the emotional, the beginning of your emotional chakras. We all have 7 chakras. We're going to go into that on day 3, where we're going to start clearing the reservoir and seeing, but I'm not going to give away too much. I want everybody to join. So you can find out. It's going to be day 1, day 2, day 3. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. I will now put the link in the comments. I forgot to do that because of my having to take 2. So if that makes sense, I know most of you have signed up, but if you haven't, if you're watching on the replay and you want to sign up, just go in. There's an email for your email, a name, and then you are registered to go in. We're going to be doing some little worksheets, and just having a day of, obviously we're not going to be healing your hearts in 3 days, but it is the beginning of it, and I'm now mostly we're going to be talking about and healing the energetics that are in our 7 chakras. And if you don't know about that, you will learn about that when we meet. It's going to be on Zoom, and all the information is in the link that I'm going to be providing you. So, after, one last thing I want to point out is, after we heal our hearts, that's when we start renewing. That's where renewal begins. And then what happens, and you've heard me talk about this, that is when we start living and vibrating from universal life force. Universal life force is the energetics of who we truly are. Because the majority of people, the people in this world are not vibrating from universal life force. They are vibrating from, their past, their old stories. Thanks, Rich. Amped for sure. I love that. When we start, healing from, within, we start connecting to universal life force. Universal life force is the energy from who we are, who we were born to be. And when we start doing that, that is enlightenment. that is expansion into our true, true sensual selves. So I hope that makes sense. And I am going to go on a bike ride, but it's so windy that I might not go. I usually go about 20 miles, and it's going to be, really windy. So I'm going to be pedaling even harder, but I am going to go out and celebrate, this beautiful, beautiful, cool weather. I love it. It's just, it just makes me, I'm so energized this morning. I've completely cleaned my room. I have, cleaned everything. So when I'm vibrating from this, from universal life force, when I'm celebrating myself, when I'm feeling self-love, I mean, I have so much energy. It's ridiculous. So anyway, so I thank you so much. Hey, Kelsey, thanks for coming in, even though I'm almost finished. But you can go back to the beginning and watch, from the beginning, because I feel very energized this morning. But anyway, thank you so much. And thank you for coming in for Goddess Connection Sensual Sunday. And I hope everybody has a beautiful day, beautiful week. And tomorrow I will be coming in on my personal page and talking about something I haven't quite figured out. Every time I do meditation, this is the downloads that come in. So anyway, so thank you so much, and I will, maybe I'll see you guys in my personal page tomorrow. I usually come in in the afternoon. I have quite a busy day tomorrow. So thank you so much, and self-love is sexy, so I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.